EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us south of the border to the vibrant capital of Mexico City. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Hester to return from his end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Stevenson. Oh, and now some space to operate. Down the sideline he goes. He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ramondre Stevenson. 70 yards. And the Seahawks need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Now a first carry for their fullback. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Here's Willis. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Willis will look to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Willis on the sneak. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
2nd down and 6 now. Here's Willis now off the play fake. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. But he's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try the left side with Stevenson. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, they can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. Runs through the contact. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Stevenson breaks a tackle. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on 1st down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
Willis out of the gun. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down the right sideline, inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I can give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Now a 2nd and 6. Play fake. Here's Willis.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, 66 yards.
And the Seahawks go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
Extra point by Elam, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. Willis now off play action.
And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
The rookie from Colorado on target with that throw. They've got a 1st down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
To throw, here's Willis. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
On the carry, it's Jackson.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body, getting to him before he can get started.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Willis.
Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Here's Willis.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis.
Whoa!
It still won't go down. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Still in the 1st quarter, but what a great...
The first contest played here is still the highest attended game in NFL history. And crowds pushing 80,000 continue to arrive every time the league plays at Estadio Azteca here in Mexico City. Glad you could join us, football fans, as we get ready for kickoff. It's Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt up in the booth. And Brock, I want you to take us back down to the field when you were a player. What are these moments like just before the game begins and you take the field for the first time?
Well, you wish you could hit fast forward. You wish you could just get to this, right? Because you are so ready to go. You've done all your work over the course of the week. And I think this is where it is a little different than maybe my era a couple decades ago. These guys visualize. These guys self-talk. There is so much mental work being done. They've already played this game in their mind in many ways, and they're just ready to go.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Stevenson. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
From the 36. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. All right, here we go, 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. Stevenson wants the 1st and more. Down the sideline inside the 30. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead right away. Ramondre Stevenson, the touchdown. That one is good, but not before it hit the left upright. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone, so the football will come back out to the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Has a man, it's Brown. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Willis looking to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And 4th and 4 coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Here's the snap on 4th. Trying for the deep ball. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Has a lane inside the 25. And he takes this all the way down to the 24-yard line. On the toss, it's Stevenson. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. toss headed right. It's Stevenson. And they kick it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks pull that in front further, 13-zip. Ramondre Stevenson, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field. This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw.